Hello, beautiful. Welcome to the new episode of our Love Goddess podcast on confidence. I had a rocky journey with that term. Every single woman that comes to our Love Goddess Boudoir studio tells me she wants to feel confident. To me, that was never truly clear. How are they getting the confidence from having a boudoir session? This was never truly clear because for me, I was confident as I was. For me, confidence is standing in my own power, claiming my own worth, telling my own opinion, expressing myself to the fullest, not being afraid of who I am. To me, confidence was kind of within me, or it's become such a natural part to who I was that it was almost unclear to me how other women can't have that. In fact, there's so much that I have that I question and I see and I'm realizing other women are not like that. They don't have the confidence. What? Other women are not being loved. What? Other women are being disrespected. What? Like, to me, this is like such a shock that when I speak to other women, I'm realizing how much of what comes natural to me and what is in my life or what I have created in my own life, other women don't have. And it's almost shocking. It is bizarre to me to understand that women don't have their basics need, such as respect from their husband, love from their family. To me, it's so shocking to discover that. How other women could go through abuse in a relationship, abuse in a family. To me, that's bizarre. But I also realized that I was on a journey when I made a decision that my husband, and that was I was probably 12, 13, 14. At that age, I heard how much my parents argued, how much they screamed at each other, how scary it was at times for me when my dad was in the middle of that rage episode. And it was really scared for me as a child. And he would disrespect my mom. I don't think it had never been physical, but it was definitely verbal. And at that age, I became unavailable. I made a decision that my husband will not do that to me. I made a decision, and I've never been through a shitty relationship where I was disrespected like that. Never. In fact, when I met my husband, he was very sweet, and I questioned, how did I become so lucky to deserve this? Like, I was so shocked. And so, but I also know that there is a bigger picture that's unfolding, and I am on this journey to show other women certain things, and certain things have been created and part of my life plan that I have agreed to before I came to this lifetime, right? To this experience. And so it's part of my journey and my journey as a teacher, right? To other women. So, but it's become so natural for me that it is almost shocking to see that other people struggle with the basics. And so it was similar with this confidence term, right? When women would come to a boudoir studio and they say, I want to feel confident. And my question, how do you not feel confident? How do you not love yourself? How do you not love your body? What happened? Like, why do you not love your body? What is it that you are trying to achieve? Who is it that you are trying to prove? What is it that you're, so there was some kind of disconnect. Like, I understood the term, but I didn't understand the depth to that, until last week. To me, I even went and asked in the community, what does confidence? What does confident mean? And, it's like voicing your opinion, being powerful, to me, like confidence, okay, public speaking, like, I can go on stage and speak. Like, I need confidence to do that, right? It's so scary. You overstep through that. And you do it so many times, you remove that fear of being afraid of something. Like, to me, that is what I thought those women were referring to confidence. And I knew that was a disconnect because they were referring to something else. And the word for that something else is not really confidence. But they don't know any better. And so they would come and tell me, oh, I want to be confident. And to me, like, that doesn't make sense, because that kind of confidence does not come from having a boudoir session. So what is it that you're looking for? And so I had this download on, and I still don't have the word for it, and I don't think I can, but I'm gonna go ahead and try to express the download that I had last week about what these women are referring to when they're saying they want to feel confident, right? In terms of a love goddess and love goddess philosophy and love goddess journey altogether. It comes from this desire of every love goddess to be loved, admired, accepted, and understood. And also, love goddess within you is craving beauty. A lot of women would go into the automated mode of mom mode, corporate woman mode, and they would go through life and go through the motions and wake up. And so they're living in this robotic, robot-like life every day, and they're disconnected. Like, this is an empty life that they're living. They're so disconnected from their authentic nature, that passion, that turn on that I keep talking about, right? And so they're so far from that they don't even know that this turned on life is a possibility, that living an ignited life is the natural flow of life, versus they think that's their reality. They wake up in the morning and they live a robot life, right? And so a lot of women come from that world of living robotic life, where they never get an opportunity to experience a turn on, experience a beauty. They were taught that beauty is not important, that, feeling feminine is not important. And a lot of these women were taught to be a dude, wear the pants, go to military jobs, perform military work, train like a dude for like police academy, or for like, a lot of women come from that background. A lot of women, due to the nature that, Virginia Beach is, there is a big naval station in Norfolk, and a lot of Navy girls would come to the studio just to experience what it's like to be a woman, because they don't have a lot of opportunities to experience that. And when they in fact do, something happens. That turn on happens that I'm talking about, right? And they feel magic. There is that little feeling of little girl that wakes up in her. There is a feeling of like that fairy tale, that life is not all about being robotic. There's something more to life, right? And coming to a place that the desire of every love goddess to be admired, loved, accepted for who she is. She learned through the entire life experience that being her is not okay. Being authentic is not okay. She needs to be someone else. She needs to be a dude. She needs to wear pants. Whatever. She doesn't wear makeup. She doesn't feel the beauty within her. She doesn't feel feminine at all. And so coming from that life, she comes to a makeover and does makeover experience and sees herself beautiful. There is that memory that comes back to life. Oh, wait a second, I'm a woman. wait a second, I'm not just a mother. Wait a second, I look beautiful with the makeup on. Like there's that feminine magic that comes to life when we do feminine things, and makeup is one of those, right? And it just feels good to be pretty, be beautiful. There's nothing wrong with, beautifying yourself. That's part of that feminine nature of seeking beauty. Love Goddess seeks beauty, admiration. And when we get into the Love Goddess that is appreciating the beauty and being admired, that is that when the turn on happens. And the turn on is that confidence that they are referring to, right? It's that sense of, I am finally seeing myself beautiful, finally realizing myself I'm worthy, like finally giving myself that self-approval. And I am liking myself. That means you're gonna like me. And so they feel that there's that spark of inspiration, that their husbands, when they see their beautiful images, their feminine images, will have that reaction of admiration. That, again, going back to the point where Love Goddess seeks to be admired and accepted and be the inspiration for whatever comes next, right? So that spark of admiration from their husbands that they're seeking is what they're seeking. It's self-acceptance. It's, and to me, this is not quite the confidence part, right? And women would tell me the confidence is for them to see themselves beautiful for the first time, and their confidence comes from seeing themselves feminine, sexy, and confident in that sense. But to me, this still doesn't make that connection. It's the connection of being admired by someone else is what gives them the confidence to fully accept themselves for the imperfections, for fully see themselves for the beauty that they have, that they may not have ever seen in themselves. And being loved, it's like their own self-permission of being loved by creating that spark of admiration within themselves, for themselves, and then creating that spark of admiration in their partners for them. And that they don't need to try to pretend to be someone else, but they're being admired for them, right? Like every woman wants to be the most beautiful woman in the room. Every Love Goddess, that's natural desire of your Love Goddess. When you walk in a room full of women, you want to be the prettiest, the most amazing, the most confident woman in a room. And so that is what you're seeking. That admiration from the others is what you're seeking, right? But it's like your own admiration of yourself that you're really seeking for being authentically connected to who you are and not pretending to be someone else, right? Being so connected to be me and still be admired is what women are seeking. To be me and still be admired for me. Not to be someone else and be admired for that woman. No, be me, be authentically me with my imperfections, with my goofy personality, with my, whatever the hell I am. I want to be fully accepted for who I am and be fully admired and loved for that authenticity, for my soul, for everything that I am. And that is what women are seeking, is really that alignment with who they are and that approval, self-approval of who they are, so they can see the beauty within themselves, is what women are seeking truly, right? With that, having a boudoir session is one way to inspire that feeling, that emotion. but also being happy with who you are, and accepting, and through coaching is really what you're seeking, right? So, with that, my beautiful love, just know that you are truly admired, truly inspired. You are authentically beautiful, and you don't need to pretend to be anyone else but you. You are beautiful just the way you are.